as I'm walking out and I'm going into the elevator, I turn around and I projectile vomit. So everyone in the elevator with me, line of fire, okay? Hi, I'm Lana Condor, and I am here today with Glamour to fact check some fans on the internet. Let's do this. Wikipedia. A third film based on the third book in the series started filming on July 15th, 2019, 2 months after production on the second film wrapped. I feel like it was more 1 month because I went back for pre-production and did all the fittings and did all that stuff that you do for pre-production, so that is incorrect. But we did basically do them back to back, and it was a lot because there was really no time in between. I think that I didn't really have any time to forget the To All the Boys world, so it was kind of almost convenient to be able to jump right back into it. So I think that was nice, but it was a ton of work with not any sleep. And if you know me, I love to sleep, so that was trying. We had to prep really hard for the third film. There was a ton of pre-production that went into it because we shot the third film in Vancouver, Korea, and New York. Condor has been dating singer and actor Anthony Della Torre since 2015. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Yep, that is true. I know for a fact that the past 5-6 years of my life has been utter chaos if he hadn't been there for me, supporting me in ways that I don't think you could even fathom. I don't even know if I'd be like sane or like here at all. So he has been my total rock. I love him to death. I keep telling him, listen, I'm a hot commodity. You should probably put a ring on it. So, you know, here's to hoping, y'all. It's a new year. But yeah, so we have been dating for a long time. Within 2 months of posting her first video to YouTube in February 2020, Condor's channel had over 475,000 subscribers and more than 9.8 million views. I'm assuming that this is correct. I started my channel because of COVID. Once we were all quarantined, I just wanted to keep creating content for others, and all my videos are pretty silly, trying to keep people entertained during, you know, being stuck at home for hours and hours and hours. So it was kind of just like a little passion project that I just started to do. Actually really loved it. I've gotten to show some really cool, more intimate pieces of my life. You know, Anthony and I, we've always been very close, but creating content for YouTube has brought us creatively closer. Like, it's been really fun to kind of see his passion come to life and work together and come up with fun ideas. So I think it has brought us closer creatively, for sure. Okay, Twitter. @Justin Mintz writes, Lana Condor is gonna be on Crazy Rich Asians 2. That is false. For what I know, I believe that to be false. Now listen up, anything can change. And if you want me to be in Crazy Rich Asians 2, start tweeting it out. But as of right now, that is completely false. I am a huge fan of the Crazy Rich Asian movie, and I cannot wait to see what's to come in that franchise. I love the books as well, and I love the cast a lot, and so I think that movie was really, really important, a really, really important one. So it would be an honor to be a part of it, but no, I'm not. Jenny Han, the author of the To All the Boys series, I heard her say once in an interview, you know, Asian girls can fall in love too. It's not just white people. And I was like, yes, this is true. Because I think the common ground in life is, I believe, love. So if we can show that everyone can be in love, everyone has, you know, romantic relationships, everyone, no matter, you know, what you look like, I think it normalizes, you know, our differences. And I think we can find common ground in love. I also think that that's why those movies were so successful, because people, whether you're Asian or not, could watch those movies and feel connected to that universal theme of actively out there trying to seek love. And when you find it, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Okay, let's go to YouTube. So this is from Noah and I on Hot Ones. Traumatizing experience but let's get into it. Maria writes, in an interview with Jordan, Lana said she threw up after this. I felt so bad, she was so excited. Sure did. I have been a fan of the Hot Ones forever. I love them. I was with Noah and we did a much smaller version. We only had 3 wings, so only 3 levels of spice, but I ate every single spice and I was like, yeah, I feel like a champion. And Noah next to me was eating all of his chicken too. You know, he kept being like, oh yeah, I'm like your team player. Like, I got you, girl. Like, we're in this together. Like, we're gonna be in pain together. And he was a liar because he didn't eat the last one. He faked ate it, which to this day I am incredibly salty about. My body was like shaking from the heat and also from the anger, I think, that I said, thank you guys, thanks for having me. As I'm walking out and I'm going into the elevator, I turn around and I projectile vomit everywhere. I projectile vomit over my whole entire team. They had to literally pick the vomit out of their set bags. So everyone in the elevator with me, line of fire, okay? So yeah, it was really crappy and totally accurate, internet. Good job. Okay, so this is from the Raining in London music video. Amina writes, I wonder if this could be a representation of their relationship and how the media impacted them, and in the end, how it ultimately made them stronger. Totally, 100%. I think that when the first To All the Boys movie came out, and by the way, I'm totally not innocent in this, like I definitely wanted people to like Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky together, and the best way we could do that is to show Noah and I's friendship. But I think that people really, really ran with it and just love Noah and me together. That being said, there was quite a lot of negativity revolving around Anthony, him being my boyfriend. You know, people would literally comment or slide into his DMs like, kill yourself, like Lana deserves Noah, you're ugly, like all this stuff that is so horrible, and I would never, ever, couldn't even fathom saying that to someone. It was really hard on Anthony, and it was, you know, really hard on our relationship, and that's just a testament to how good of a guy he is, that he stuck with me through all of that chaos, because I think a lot of guys would have just left. I had always planned to keep my personal relationships private, but when I saw that happening to him, I was like, okay, screw this. Like, what's the point? He is my everything. Okay, so this is from Lana playing with puppies on BuzzFeed. This was the best moment of my life. Nicole Rossi writes, she adopted the one who was in her lap the entire time. Emmy is so cute. That is fact, 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 fact. It changed me. Like, seriously, I'm a dog mama. So that was during a press circuit in New York 2 years ago. I was promoting To All the Boys and also promoting Deadly Class at the same time. The whole night before, I was like having dreams of puppies. I had a dream of a brown puppy with blue eyes, you guys. And then, so I got to BuzzFeed. I was so excited. They unleashed the puppies on me, and Emmy was the first dog that they released to me, and she came up to me and climbed on me and stayed there practically the whole time. I refused to leave the BuzzFeed building until they gave me papers to sign and adopt her. So I was at the building for an inappropriate amount of time. I was blinded by love for this little girl, Emmy. Fun fact, she's also named Emmy because that's where Anthony and I met for the first time. We met at a Emmy party, so we named her Emmy. But yeah, she's my everything. I love her. Okay, let's try IMDb trivia. In August 2017, Condor created a scholarship with the Asia Foundation in which she will pay to put girls from Can Tho, Vietnam through 4 years of schooling. The scholarship provides the students with books, food, uniforms, and a bicycle to get to and from school. This is true. This is my baby. This is the thing I am the most proud of. I created this scholarship after I wrapped the first To All the Boys movie. I was adopted at a very young age in Vietnam, and I was brought to America and given opportunity that I would have never, ever, ever, ever had I stayed and not been adopted, and had I stayed in Vietnam. I feel this like deep, deep urge and need to give opportunity to girls just like me who were in positions that I could have been in an instant. So we provide books, tuition, uniforms, rice stipend, and bikes. The bikes aspect of the scholarship is so important. Sometimes these girls have to walk for miles and miles and miles in the morning. So the bike is something that you might not think like, why a bike? But it's actually very, very important. So that's my spiel. I'm gonna stop now because I could talk about it forever, but yes, it is my baby and I love it. Found out that she had been cast as Jubilation Lee, Jubilee in X-Men Apocalypse while in study hall for a history test. That's correct. X-Men was my first ever acting gig, which was like so insane. I was truly thrown in with the sharks. It was like a sink or swim thing. When I say I'd never been in front of a camera, I had never been in front of a camera. I thought you had to pay for crafty. While I was in history class in my school, and there's a no phones allowed policy, but of course I always had my phone on me because I was like, any minute I might get rejected or my life might change. And so I picked up the phone and my manager was like, oh, are you alone? And I was like, no, of course I'm not alone. I'm literally by every single person I've ever met. Like, I'm around many, many people. I literally walked out of school and they said like, are you sitting down? And I'm like, no, I'm on the street. Just freaking tell me. And they told me that I got the part and I freaked out and they said, well, you know what? You're not allowed to tell anyone besides your parents until the press release comes out. And I cannot tell you how difficult that is to not tell anyone that I was just cast in my first movie when I'm at school surrounded by all of my peers. We were on a school retreat a couple weeks later and the press release came out and everyone found out through the press release and it was crazy.
Do you remember if you passed the test or not?
Of course I didn't pass the test. Like, I doubt I even finished the test. I bet I just wrote no. Like, I'm done. Because how can you focus when you get a call like that? Come on, guys. I love history. Don't get me wrong. But that test, in the moment, has got to go. Alrighty, so that was it. It was super, super fun. Thank you for fact-checking the internet with me, and have a good one. Bye.